What up, good people?
Good people.
I am the man J Bone.
Man, your boy Bill.
We are two regular brothers.
Man, just doing the podcast.
Just two regular brothers doing a podcast.
That's all.
A lot going on in the world today, man.
Too much.
We got the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
You killing.
Yeah, the killing of Charlie Kirk.
Right.
And a lot of people aren't happy about it.
Yeah, they unhappy. Man,
So what's your take on it, Mills?
I feel like, you gotta back up your words, man. The rhetoric you speak, especially if you done got a platform that's making you some money, you should know to have good enough security to keep you protected.
Yeah.
If you shit, what they say is freedom of speech, right?
Freedom of speech.
So I guess you can say what you want to say, but you gotta goddamn be careful of what you say to who you say it to.
Yeah, you're right. You can say exactly what you want to say,
Yeah, you can
but
say it, but
not a lot of people may not be happy with what you're saying.
yeah, nah.
And
Yeah, I heard a lot of different things on the internet about the little situation. Matter of fact, I'm looking at some now. You know what I mean? He was born at Arlington Heights, Illinois.
So he's
You know
born
what
in
I mean?
Chicago,
You
which
know
is
what I mean?
not surprising to me,
That he got
considering
that
his opinion.
because it's the most segregated
Yeah,
city in America.
yeah,
You know what
Chicago
I
is one
mean?
of the most segregated cities in America.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but what I'm saying, besides all that, this just like any other thing to me. If you, I don't know, I wasn't too known on him until I looked him up until this happened. You know what I
Yeah, a lot of
mean?
people weren't familiar with him
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with him
until
at
this.
all. You know what I mean?
I did kind of know about it, but I never paid him no mind because I just thought that
Rhetoric.
this is just rhetoric and it's just another white supremacist, talking white supremacy stuff.
I
So
hear
I
everybody like, well, he got his wife and his kids, and well, shit. Malcolm X got assassinated in front of his wife and kids, right?
Yes, he did. And
Did,
just because you got wife and kids don't mean you're a good person.
Damn, didn't JFK get his head blown off in front of his wife?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right in front of his wife, in front of the whole world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
you
what I'm
know.
saying is, I don't think this is a assassination. I think it's just a killing.
Okay. So you don't want to call it an
I
assassination?
don't even think it's politically connected. Yeah, he had his views, but shit, I can talk shit about Jerome down the motherfucking street. He might come down here and pop me. You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
a good point, Mel. I mean, a lot of people are looking at it as a uh,
Assassination.
political assassination.
Yeah, I ain't see him. Was he running for office?
Now, he wasn't running for office.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't see how it could be politically connected. What they gonna lay his body in the memoriam up there in Washington D.C. for a couple of days? What
They
they gonna
might.
do?
They might, man.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they might.
What they gonna do? I mean, he was a regular person with a regular opinion.
Yeah.
So if a motherfucker run up and shoot us right now, did we get assassinated or did we get killed?
That's a good question, Mills. That's a good question.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that either of them is right, but I don't think it's more of assassination than it is just a person being killed. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when you got goddamn people who saying things that other people don't agree with, and that they offending people. You know what I
And
mean?
and nobody should be killed for their opinion.
Nah, they shouldn't.
Let's just make that clear.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not saying that, but what we're saying is if you talk violence, there's a possibility
If
that
violence
somebody that
gonna
might not
happen,
like what you're saying
yeah,
and
it's gonna happen.
can respond in a violent manner.
Yeah,
Um, that's the case in every community when violence is talked about. You know what I mean? When if that's what you're about, then you know
you gotta do what you're talking
it's
about.
more than likely that something violent is going
You
to
can't, you
occur.
can't, you can't, you can't go outside and got these big boulders in front of your house, right? Big
Hmm.
boulders, and you
Hmm.
throwing them off the hill. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Whacking people down there at the bottom, talking shit. You know what I mean? But then guess what? You running back into a glass house.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Pick up the
saying?
pieces of those boulders and throw them at your glass house.
Yeah, and break your shit down too. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
say, I done seen a lot of assassinations, or done heard about a lot of assassinations that didn't happen in America.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying, like, yeah, I feel sorry for any person to get goddamn murdered and ain't got, you know, idea that it's coming to them. That's a bad thing. You know what I mean? walk up and just shoot a motherfucker in the back of the head and he don't know it's coming. You don't want to go like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
No, you
brutal.
don't want to go like that.
That's brutal.
That's brutal. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? You don't want to go sitting on the stage talking to a whole bunch of motherfuckers smiling and kicking and not knowing this bullet gonna
And then
come.
bang. Yeah.
See, I would rather know that I got this conflict with these people, and yeah, it's a possibility that this is gonna happen. I don't even think he had a possibility of thinking that this was gonna happen.
Not in Utah.
Not in Utah.
Not in
You see what I'm
Utah.
saying?
And
So
that's a red state.
yeah,
You know, and he was speaking red state politics.
And from what I'm hearing, you know what I mean. Like I say, I'm speculatory on it, but you know what I mean. Ain't the shooter daddy a sheriff?
Correct. Yeah, according to
Oh, okay.
what I've seen,
And they got 3D guns in the house, so his daddy had to know he was doing the illegal things if he had all these 3D guns in his house, because it ain't illegal to make a 3D gun.
We might have to look that up. I'm not sure if it's illegal or not.
Yeah, I think it might be illegal to make 3D guns.
I know you can make 3D guns. I don't know if it's illegal or not.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a state thing
or... I think he had like 16 to 17 of them that made in the house. You know what I mean?
3D guns? He had
3D guns.
Yeah, like 17 of them?
Shit, 16, 17.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You know what I mean? And he had well, I don't know if he was a former sheriff or a sheriff, but still, you know what I mean? You could have activated them people and let them know, hey, my son in here doing shit goddamn wrong.
Before the killing.
Before the killing happened.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That could have quarreled some of this. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's just everybody's opinion. You know, everybody gonna weigh in on, no, they would have had nothing to do with that. Yeah, they would have had something to do with it if they know they goddamn child in his stockpile of motherfucking weapons.
Yeah, yeah.
He planning to do something.
And he had friends that were aware of his opinions
and his activities,
his point of views.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't like I say. I don't know. To me, it's just another killer. It's assassination to the rest of the world probably, but it ain't assassination to me. It's just a regular killing, bro. You know what I mean? People get killed in states every day,
and yeah, and
like this or worse.
Yeah, true.
So I don't, I ain't incompassionate, but I ain't too compassionate about it either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And it's another incident where,
and we get killed on TV every day.
Yeah, and
so shit.
Our killings tend to be marginalized. So but
they got the whole before they put it up. Before they released the video tape, they already got the whole goddamn story. Well, he stole 17 honey buns from the dollar store on February the 15th. You understand what I'm saying?
And I think this is just another situation, in my opinion, where the country can't admit that what type of country it is.
Yeah,
we've always lied about
crime begets crime.
Yes, it does. We've always lied about what type of country we are. We want everybody to think that everybody's
I keep telling y'all, man, what this country don't understand is they mad because we use they loopholes better than them. Every company, every corporation, every goddamn, even the library, the post office, everybody got loopholes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now that we learn how to use loopholes, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's like they don't want us to learn the loopholes.
Exactly.
But like I was about to say, man, this country can't admit who it really is. They want everybody to think this is a country where everybody's included, that it's a melting pot. But it's never been a melting pot, and all people have never been included. That's never been the case here.
Yeah, they gonna help who they want to help.
And
they still ain't gave us our reparations.
Yeah, we lie about who we are. So then we wonder why things happen, and we wonder why things never change. And that's because we are never honest about who we are. An alcoholic who wants to get better has to admit that they are an alcoholic.
The fucked up part about this whole situation,
you can't be cured of the disease of alcoholism unless you can admit that you're an alcoholic. And the country can't admit that this is a racist, misogynist country.
Yeah, definitely.
That everybody's not equal.
I used to get on here and I used to be arguing with you like, bro, please don't bring up the racism shit. But in this case, man, you almost got to. You know what I mean? Because
it's proof again.
It's proof again.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what I mean? Over and over and over again, bro. How many times this shit gonna happen.
A white person felt like they were privileged to take action to kill another person for their own opinion. This is what's going on right now.
But
You
it
know,
turned itself in.
this is the truth of the matter right now. Is one white person felt privileged to have the right to go kill another person for their opinion.
Somebody gonna jump on this bitch and be like, "What about the guy with the black guy with the dreads who said that shit?"
Well, he was nuts. He had a mental. He was nuts. You
But the
know.
last couple of
But this white,
mass shootings, I think it was been white people.
yeah, it has been, and they always want to use the mental health excuse. But these people know exactly what they're doing,
Yeah,
and they plan and plot it.
yeah.
So that's not somebody who's actually
That's premeditated.
mentally unstable.
That's what they call it. They call
Yeah,
it premeditated murder.
this is a dude who planned this.
Yeah, he planned
He
this.
knew the cameras. He knew to dress a certain way. He got on top of the roof. He didn't like the opinion of somebody else who had a right to have an opinion, and shot somebody.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example of one white person with
Well,
privilege
that motherfucker gonna get
deciding that they have a right to kill another person just because their opinion.
that motherfucker gonna get 18 months probation.
Probably. And America can't admit that that's what this is the country we are.
He gonna get
White
18.
people can
You
do
know,
whatever they want to
he
do.
gonna get 18 months probation. They gonna be like, wait, he was on Adderall or some kind of goddamn depressive drugs, and goddamn it, they gonna find some motherfucking psychologist to say that he blinked. He had a goddamn euphoric blink or some shit in his mind. See, I ain't stupid. You understand what I'm saying? I've been listening to the conversation over and 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 over again. I have to get away with it. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you is, that's the kind of society we live in. I mean, people are so fucking fed up with this empty ass rhetoric that they taking action against it now. You know what I mean? So, like I say, you can have any
You're
platform
right,
you
because they
want
never
to.
take action.
Look,
They'll
man, they
never
got
take
you
action.
got fucking you got online celebrities killing each other because of what's being said. You understand what I'm saying? I said this shit a long time ago. The internet is a devil. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all talk about the mark of the beast and the 66 and all that shit. That's these computer chips. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cause we
Okay.
tuned into this shit, bro. You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying? I don't know a person, man. I got 4-year-old grandkids, bro, who got phones. They Instagram me and call me, hey granddad, and want to FaceTime me and
The
shit like that.
grandkids
My grandkids, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
were 4 years old.
Bro, the society is so fucked up, man.
Yeah, I've been FaceTime by my grandson who's only 3.
Yeah, yeah. So like I said, man, the technology and what people see and I mean, that's the one thing that America fucked up with is individualism. Because everybody is an individual and they got the right to choose whatever path they want. You understand what I'm saying? You got a motherfucker who watching some of this shit and say it might be heinous and he might become a priest. But then you got some motherfuckers who watching this shit and saying it's heinous. I see what he fucked up at. I'm gonna do it and see if I can get back with it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So we don't live in that type of society, and people don't understand that. You got too many people walking around with their own individual ideas. You understand what I'm saying?
But
And
what do you think is wrong with that though? What's wrong with having your own individual idea?
that you know what I mean. If your idea is powerful enough to influence a group of people, bro, that's how you get gangs. That's how you get Klan. That's how you get neo-Nazism and all that old
So you mean
bullshit.
a negative? They have a negative
It's a
idea.
negative energy. You understand what I'm saying? I
Okay.
think that if you want to make America great, the first thing you got to do is goddamn pay reparations to the people who built this motherfucker.
I think the first thing you got to do is admit that this country is what it is.
Yeah,
It's a country that was built on racism
yeah.
and built on
Loopholes.
and,
You talking about shit?
yeah, it was built on
loopholes.
it was built on racism and the exploitation of other people.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah.
Now that don't mean that we got to stay that way. That don't
And that don't
mean
mean because you got that view that you a racist. I ain't racist. You know what I mean? I got white friends and shit. Half of my family, like I
yeah,
say, my
yeah.
dynamic. We Cuban and black and
And
Indian
this
and Mexicans in my family, and I got aunties and cousins that's married to white people. But I mean, that shit never play a part. you know when racism play a part, when these motherfuckers try to push the narrative of it. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like anybody in America could be successful. Anybody could be successful in America. I don't give a fuck what color you is. It might take longer or it
Okay,
might
yeah.
be harder.
No, you're right.
You understand what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
But you can be successful in many things.
Anybody can be successful in
Yeah,
this country.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
that this country has pretended that anybody can be successful in this country without any
Help. Yeah,
without any issues,
yeah,
without
yeah.
any
No, that
problems.
shit ain't gonna
And that's
happen.
not the case.
No, that shit ain't
But
gonna
you're
happen.
right.
Yeah,
Anybody can be successful in this country.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just that minorities might have to work a little bit harder unnecessarily
yeah,
than other
yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it
Put in
should
2 or 3 times the work and
yes,
probably doing better than the motherfucker leading competitor in that
yes,
field.
and it should be that everybody can make it in this country without having to go through any
Yeah,
barriers.
no bullshit.
Yeah, but everybody should be it should be a straight line to success for everybody, and
Yeah,
that's not the case.
yeah.
Right now, it's a straight line success for certain people, and for other people, yeah, they can be successful, but you got to go through hurdles. You got to go
Man,
through barriers. You got to go through shit,
they
before you
might
can
pull a
achieve that.
the dump truck out and dump some shit on you. You got to be
Yeah, you
crawl
got
up out of that first. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
and that's what this country does not admit is the case. It won't admit that that's the reality of who we are.
Yeah, that's who we
And
is.
just like an alcoholic, man, until you admit you're
I
alcoholic,
guess I'm just one of the citizens who just subsided with the shit, cause I already know how these motherfuckers.
yeah, and most of us have.
And I gotta live. It ain't like I can goddamn pick up and goddamn move the motherfucking goddamn Turk and Caicos around this motherfucker right now. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, and to me, that's the problem is that most minorities have to do what you're saying.
Settle for it.
We have to settle,
You ain't got no
man, and
choice.
deal with it.
Yeah, you gotta deal with it.
Yeah,
And you get to a point to where it's like they say, I don't know, they use the term when the motherfucker has been in prison so long, institutionalized. That's basically what we are.
same thing. Yeah, you're
You know
right,
what I
Mel.
mean?
That's a good point, Mel.
We
That's
the
a
same thing. You know
that's
what
a
I
very
mean?
good point, Mel.
We institutionalized on going to work every day because we know these bills got to be paid. We got to pay this to live, and we just as institutionalized as the people in prison. And they got it better than us because they ain't got to do half of what we doing to
Because
survive.
yeah, the people in prison have to adapt to what it is,
Yeah, and we adapting to what it
and
is.
we
You know
have
what I
to
mean?
adapt to what it
Yeah,
is.
we gotta. And like I said, I gotta say I love America for the simple fact that goddamn it, I was born and raised here. I don't know no
Right.
other
That's all
place.
we know.
You can't take me nowhere else and I'm gonna know nothing different. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what state you take me to. It's still the same amongst our culture.
Yes, it
Now
is.
I don't know about everybody else's culture, but I done been accepted in every single community that I done been in
Every state, city,
that you know what I mean, color me. I ain't had no racism problems like that. That's why it's hard for me to I know people got racist views and they feel a certain way. But what I'm also saying is this, you know, I done stayed in the man, this man, come on, man. You know where we live at. I ain't gotta put our information out
no,
there. But
right?
what I'm saying is we are over dominated by whites. And when have you ever really had a problem with racism up here?
No,
None.
no.
You
I
see what I'm
mean,
saying? So
I've
I
had
think it's just a
I mean,
narrative that's being
I
put.
had incidents where I could have said that it was racist, but maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Getting
Motherfucker
pulled
might have
over.
just had a bad day.
Yeah, getting pulled over. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Maybe it was because of race. Maybe it wasn't.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
You know, uh,
I just
well,
don't think that narrative lies good in America no more. Cause I think a lot of people going through the same shit, man. You know what I mean? This same shit got shit to do with color you is. Motherfucker losing money.
no, but it does. It does. It's just unfortunate. That's why we got to go through hurdles, and because it does have something to do with the problem is America can't admit that the people who are in control are the ones who have a problem with race. It's not me or you.
I
It's
don't
not
give a
black
fuck.
people.
I don't know. I just don't give a fuck
It's
about it.
not. It's not minorities. Minorities don't have a problem with
I'm
race.
like a pot of gumbo.
Minorities are the first people who would love for everybody to be included. It's just that the people who are in power are the ones who have the most problem with
I
race.
might be like a triple or a quadruple minority though, cause god damn,
Yeah, you might be,
there ain't
man.
none of my motherfucking head there. I just thought about it.
And
Cuban,
and
goddamn
and, and
Indian,
everybody is. And
black.
here's the kicker part is that race is a made up thing. We all human.
Yeah, we all human.
It's just made up. But the people who are in
You
power
put
right
me around
now,
these motherfuckers long enough, I bet y'all learn their language.
sure would. It's just
Or they cooking skills.
it's just that the people who are in power are the ones who made up race,
Yeah, man.
and we're dealing with this made up thing, man. It's made up. You know, ain't no such thing as white people. Ain't no such thing as black people, man. It really ain't. Uh, it's just a genetic mutation. There's no such thing as a as white people. There's no such
Well, I
thing as a
guess I'm one of
race.
the X-Men then, with the mutation. I got the good side of it.
Now I'm talking about white people have a mutation.
Yeah, well, I'm saying our mutation must be way better with the melanin and we getting all that shit.
Yeah, they don't have enough melanin. That's a genetic mutation.
Yeah,
But everybody's a human. Everybody is.
yeah. Well, you know what I always say, man, after we talk about shit like this,
Yep.
man, we out.
We are out.